Hello, I'm Mr. Day. Today we're going to talk about dilations. Dilations are another transformation, and what it means is it's the shrinking and enlarging of an image by a scale factor. So the scale factor goes two ways. It has fractions and decimals, and then it has whole numbers. So if it's a fraction or decimal, that means your image is going to decrease in size. Decrease or shrink. If your number is anything greater than 1, it's going to increase in size. So anything greater than 1, your image is going to increase. Anything a fraction or a decimal is going to decrease. Alright, so I have drawn two images on the board to start. These are two triangles. I have my first image, which is my green, and then I have my after image, which is the blue. I've even put the points up here to start. So the trick here is to find the scale factor. So to find the scale factor, it's pretty simple. It is just your after image or image over your pre-image. Alright? So it's your second image over your first image. Now let me show you how to find the scale factor here. So it doesn't matter which point I take, I'm going to take my x. So A and A. I'm going to take my second image, which is 4, 8. So I'll put 4, and I'll even do both, and 8. So that's my x, and that's my y. And what I do is I put that over this one. So 2, 4. And then I simplify. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. What's 4 divided by 8? 2. So my scale factor for this is 2. And that goes for all the points. So if I just gave you this over here, and I said, I want you to increase this image by a scale factor of 2, what you would do is multiply each of the points by 2. So if I did that, that'd give me 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 4, 8. If I want to multiply this by square scale factor of 2, that would give me 8, 0, 8, 0. Over here, 0, 0, multiplied by 2, you still get 0, 0. So that's how you find your scale factor. Now I'm going to show you another example to show you how to find the fraction. Alright, sticking with that same example, what I did is I switched which image was which. Now, the blue image is our original image, or our pre-image, and the green now is our after image or image. So now all I do, I want you to tell me what is the scale factor between these two images. Well, first of all, I know I have a bigger image going down to a smaller image. So that means if it's decreasing or shrinking, my answer is going to be a fraction or a decimal. So if I do it and I don't get a fraction or a decimal, I did something wrong and I need to check what I did. So whenever your image shrinks, it'll always be a fraction or a decimal. So I take my original image and I'll take 4, 8. So I'll do both of them at the same time. You don't have to do both of them, but I will. 4 and 8. So A, then I'll take this A. See, I'm already doing it wrong. So I take my image first, which is 2, 4. Now I take my pre-image, which is 4, 8, and put them over each other. So now they're now I divide. Does this divide equally? No, but it reduces to 1/2. This reduces to 1/2 also, so I can say my scale factor is 1/2, or if you want to switch it to a decimal, it's 0.5. And that is how you find the scale factor if it's a fraction. Just always remember, use common sense. If my image is getting larger, I know it's going to be a number greater than 1. If it's shrinking, I know it's going to be a fraction or decimal. So when I find my answer, I always need to look back at the image to make sure that it matches up with those two ideas, and you should be fine. I'm going to do one more, and that will be it. All right, so now sometimes you don't get an image. Sometimes you just get points, and they say, decrease this by a scale factor of 1/2, or increase it by a scale factor of 3. So I'm going to do the scale factor of 3 first. So I'm just going to go through my points. So I want to increase this one by a scale factor of 3. So what I do is I take my 2, my x and my y, and I multiply them both by 3. So then I get 12, or 18, sorry, 18 negative 12. There we go. I've increased it by a scale factor of 3, and that is my answer. Same thing with b. I have negative 2, negative 8. 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6. 3 times 8 gives me 24. That is my second. And now my third, multiply that by 3, gives me 36, 0. That is how I figure out when I'm increasing. Now, are all these numbers larger than these numbers? Yes. So it should increase it. Now, all of these numbers should actually be less than the numbers they're with because they're decreasing in size. All right. So I'm going to do a scale factor of 1/2. So I'm going to take 6, negative 4. 6 times 1/2. So 6 times 1/2, a lot of you guys know you just say half of whatever 6 is and you get 3. But how you actually do this is you put 6 over 1, multiply across the top and across the bottom, get 6 over 2, simplify it to 3. Same thing with negative 4. Negative 4 over 1 times 1/2, multiply across the top and across the bottom, and you get negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. So my point is 3, negative 2. So now I multiply this one by 1/2. So negative 2, what's half of negative 2? Negative 1. What's half of 4? Or 8? 4. What's 1/2 times 12? 6. 1/2 of 0 is 0. So that is how you use dilations if they're just given numbers and scale factors. Always remember image over pre-image. If you have a fraction, you're going to decrease in size. If you have a number greater than 1, you're going to increase in size. I hope this answers all your questions, and